Hi, I've had a few questions about the first writing assignment for Comp 2, so I wanted to clear that up for everybody before you turn it in by Monday. This is an argument assignment, and it's an argument of inquiry. That means that you're going to be exploring questions and looking at possible answers to the questions that you pose. Unlike other arguments, you're not going to develop a thesis right off the bat and then spend your paper trying to prove that. You're not going to basically take a nail and then try to just hammer that nail home the whole way through your essay. Instead, you're going to do something kind of like the Fighting the Nightmare Bacteria video, where if you remember back to that video, the interviewer went to different people and raised questions. And along the way, as people gave answers, the narrator reinterpreted their answers to formulate an argument. Ultimately, the argument was that bacteria are becoming more and more resistant to antibiotics, and then the argument focused on what we should do about that. Your essay should do something similar. You are not tied to an issue related to healthcare. While that's the theme that we're using in this class, you're not bound to those issues. You can look at any topic you want to. So at the beginning of your essay, you want to include an introduction, raise the topic, the general topic, and explain why it matters or why it's significant. As you go through your paper, raise questions, and then explore possible answers. Include evidence along the way, but I'm not really too worried about whether or not you're using highly peer-reviewed library resources for this paper. That's not the point of this paper. The point of this paper is to see if you can generate questions and if you can look at possible answers to those questions. Then at the end of your paper, that's when you're going to come to a conclusion about the best possible overall answers to the questions that you have raised. The assignment asks you to shoot for something like 4 to 6 pages. It asks you to come up with a rough draft. That means a complete paper. That means you need to write a full introduction that raises the reader's interest. It means you need to have body paragraphs that are developed. It means you need to cite your sources. And it means you need to have a conclusion that wraps up the paper neatly at the end. Go ahead and review the assignment explanation for some tips about how to do some high quality writing. And if you have any questions about working on this paper, I'm available over the weekend. I'd love it if you wanted to text or call and ask me anything about the assignment. So good luck with this. I hope that this video helps make it make sense, and I'm looking forward to reading your drafts next week.